Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Hey, mi amor.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
I don't know if that was Spanish, Italian, French. We're very confused these days. How are you doing?
I am fine. What about you?
I'm doing great. Let's dive straight into it. Yesterday was July 4th.
Yes, it was my first July 4th.
Yes.
I just posted on Instagram about it.
Yeah, you can follow Inglês no Cuno on Instagram, see a lot of dogs, a lot of boats, whatever we're doing at the time. But Alexia, what I wanted to talk about today is your experience meeting all of my family and just in general, like big groups in English or in any foreign language. That is one of the most difficult things for me. When I'm with your family, I get super nervous. Everyone starts talking really fast. You have some mineiros, some paulistas, everyone's talking at the same time. It's crazy.
Yes, it's the same for me.
Yeah. So can you just set the scene for me? Last night, we went to my parents' lake house with some of my family, and tell me how things were.
Wow, big table. It wasn't the first time that I was meeting anyone there.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew all the people.
Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot.
Yes, it helps. But big table, a lot of topics going on, and a lot of people trying to talk to you, and you are trying to talk to other people. So it's a huge mess, but it's a good mess, and don't take me wrong.
It's a beautiful mess.
Yes, it's a beautiful mess.
It's a beautiful mess. So that's one of the most difficult things for me is whenever you're at a table, especially a table that your significant other or your girlfriend or your spouse, whatever, you're with their family, there's a big table. There are like 5 different conversations happening at the same time, and you don't know what to do.
No, you just have to do one strategy. Just one.
Okay. You have some secret sauce you
It's
want to
so
tell
easy.
us about?
Sit next to the person that you feel safe with.
That is a great strategy.
Yeah, so if you are meeting new people or going to big dinners or anything like that, sit next to the person that you feel safe with. So this person can help you out if you don't understand, help you to make conversation or anything like that.
Yeah. So, for example, last night, not a super scary situation for Alexia because she's already met most of my family. She had met everyone from last night, but still sitting at a big dinner table. You're going to sit beside me, and it's nice because I know sometimes if my little cousins are talking 100 miles per hour, that I can kind of help Alexia and say, like, oh, Alexia, what do you think about this? And give her a very simplified version of that story.
Yes, and there are a lot of not internal jokes, but jokes that people get because they live here, because they know each other for a long, long time. And
we say inside jokes.
Yes, inside jokes.
Yeah, I actually used to say that learning a language is just like learning one big inside joke. For example, if I'm just starting to learn French, right now if I go to France, everyone's talking, they're laughing, they're making relationships, having romance, going on the streets, drinking wine, whatever.
You want to be part of that.
Yeah, and I don't understand any of it. And I'm like, what's going on? What's so funny? Well,
Yes.
Why is everyone smiling? It's just like a big inside joke.
It's a big inside joke.
Yeah. So I think rule number 1 of having your safe person is a great idea. And it's just someone that you feel comfortable with. And it's really just for the initial part of any group event. Because if you're sitting with me at a table, then you start talking to everyone, then people move to different sections of the house or wherever you are, and you already are a little bit more comfortable, then you can kind of start moving away from your safe person.
Yes.
Yeah.
More or less, yes.
Yeah. So can I give you my tip?
Of course.
So my tip is, I know this is hard, but try to focus on one conversation at a time. because what has happened on various occasions when I've been with Alexia's family is they're all talking about everything. Most of Alexia's family is either from São Paulo or Minas Gerais, which I learned.
The accent is completely different than
Yeah.
Carioca accent.
So I learned Portuguese in Rio. So things are really hard. And they're talking about like politics and food and culture and family. And I would try to understand everything. And when that happens, I don't understand anything. So I think a much better strategy is just focus on one conversation, focus on one person. And then if someone else asks you a question that's completely different, maybe you will understand directly. And if not, just say like, oh, hey, sorry, what did you say?
Or,
Sorry, I was talking to that person.
come again?
Yeah, come again. Pardon.
Yes.
What's up? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, can you say that one more time?
And of course, because they know that you don't speak like Portuguese as your native language, the same thing with me with English, they will know how to deal with you. So no worries.
Yeah, and even if they don't, another thing I always recommend is be super honest about your situation and about how you're feeling. I mean, not too honest. Don't say like, I'm hiding it very well, but I'm having a serious panic attack right now. But you can say like, I'm sorry, everyone's speaking really fast. There are a lot of conversations. What'd you say? And then people will realize like, oh, we thought Alexia was understanding 100% of everything, but maybe she's only understanding 85%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. And it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
But in general, if you try to hide it, then things just get worse and worse and worse.
Yes. And just to end this podcast, I like to say that group talks, like group conversations like that with people that you don't meet every day, it's a perfect English class.
Oh, it's the best. I would say the two most difficult things for me to do in Portuguese or Spanish are talking in big groups, like where everyone's talking at once, or talking on the telephone, where you can't see people talking.
Yes. That's why podcasts, we love it.
Yes. And my last tip, if you're really struggling with group speak, I would recommend listening to podcasts that have like interviews with several people, like round table discussions. For example, in Portuguese, sometimes I listen to like Mamilos, which has like 4 ladies talking at once, and you have to recognize the different voices, and it's really difficult at first, but then you start getting the hang of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So just to resume, step 1, find your safe person, stick close to them. Step number 2,
Focus on one conversation.
focus on one conversation at a time. Step 3,
Use it as an English class.
yeah, I was going to say be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, honesty is always the best policy.
So we have 4 tips.
Yeah. And step number 5, or our counting is not good, would be practice a little bit with some roundtable podcast. Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. We are out.
Happy Friday. Bye.
Ciao.